Hi, everybody, it's Kayla, and welcome back to Fixer Upper, the show where I usually attempt to fix up your houses, but today, fix up this mess of a house from Get Together. Oh my god, let's be honest for a second, okay? I don't mean to be mean, but all these starter homes in Windenburg are so scary, and they really needed some help, so I did my best here. This one in particular, I think, is something. It's very plain, right, on the outside, and I think it needed some help because my favorite style of house in a lot of senses is like a Tudor style like this. But when they look like this, it's just so icky, you know. And so I wanted to fix it. I think I possibly ruined this house to be honest, because it went from being like a one-bedroom starter home to a three-bedroom house that costs like 70,000 simoleons. So not so practical, but at least it looks nice. You know, that's the key. And I try to keep the style very similar across the inside and stuff like that, but I did really add to it in my opinion. And I last night I was building this at like probably like 10 p.m. I don't know, but I was watching Newsies and building this. So picture me like last night sitting here sobbing, watching Newsies and building this. If you don't know, Newsies is a musical. It's on Netflix. They have like basically a bootleg, but it's official on Netflix. At least the American Netflix. I don't think other ones. I don't know. I know it's on my Netflix, so there's that. But it is so good. Newsies is so good. I talk about other musicals more than Newsies usually, but Newsies is like up there in my top faves ever. And I watched it again last night. I've seen it in person like probably like 6 months ago, but I watched the video of it yesterday, and I was very emotional again, okay? It's not even like sad. I don't know why I was crying so much. I don't know what's wrong with me, but it's definitely worth checking out. So if you want to do that, go for it, my friends. It's like 2 hours, but it's worth it, okay? It's about it sounds boring. It's about the Newsies strike in New York. It's really good. All these kids, they're like newspaper boys and they strike because they're being overworked and underpaid, and it's like a whole thing. It's really emotional and good. You should watch it. I'm a history major, we know this. I care about these things. And it's like a Disney thing, so it's really good, I promise. Okay? It sounds dumb, but it's good. See, now here I am trying to justify myself, but I recommend a lot of musicals that aren't family friendly. I'm like, yeah, listen to Heathers or Book of Mormon that like swear all the time and are about like murder. This one is fine. This one is not like that. This one is very family friendly. So, if you're more into that kind of thing, this is probably the kind of musical I should be recommending more often, but I talk a lot about Heathers, which is not quite the same thing. Oops. Anyway, so that was my night yesterday, and today is actually my baby sister's birthday, so that's kind of fun. I put a picture of us on Instagram, and like I went looking because I knew I had this picture somewhere, right? And I went looking for it because it's a picture of me and her on her first birthday. So she's like a baby. She has like one of those smash cakes that babies get on their first birthdays, you know, that they can like just mess with. And so it's a picture of her in a high chair with her cake all over her face, and me looking at her like she's crazy, and it is so funny. And I went looking for it today, and so I was looking through these old pictures today, and I was just really emotional. I don't know what's wrong with me this past couple days. I'm like watching Newsies and crying and looking at pictures and being sad, and I don't know, but the picture I posted on Instagram of us two is really cute because it's, you know, like that. And there's one more of me like kissing her cheek, and then one of our whole family, and she's sitting there and she looks miserable, and I look so angry that I'm in the picture, and it's funny. I'm plugging my Instagram again right now, but there are funny pictures on there of my sister and I for her birthday. She's turning 13. My baby sister is a teenager. My brother is starting high school this year. They're growing up. It's freaking me out. I don't like it. I picture them still being like very small, you know? And like my brother is taller than me now, which when that happened was like an ordeal for me because I came home from college, right? And he was taller than me and I really didn't like it. Like I know he's a boy and like he's turning 15ish soonish in November, I don't know. I do know it's November 29th. But yeah, he's turning 15 soon, kind of. And so I realized that he's bound to be taller than me. Like, I knew this was going to happen someday. I'm not happy that it's happened because I'm very used to him being like a small child, right? And he's just not anymore, and it freaks me out. Like, I'm used to looking down on him, like being significantly taller than him because when I was like, what, so he's 14, I'm turning 19 soon. I'm like 4.5 years older than him, okay? So when I was 4.5, he was an infant. So my whole life, really, I've been like taller than him because he was a baby and I was like 6, you know, so like I'm used to not having to, it's hard to explain this, but like I'm used to looking down on this child, right? And now he's taller than me, and the dynamic has changed. It freaks me out. I don't like it. I miss when he was a baby, and it's weird, okay? Anyone else relate to this about their baby siblings being taller than them now? Because I don't, I can't speak. I don't like it, okay? And he's taller than my mom too, which I bet is probably very weird for my mom to have like her son be taller than him. I'm having a hard time talking today, but like, can you imagine that? Like your son being taller than you? Because he was at one point this infant, and now he's like grown-ish. 15 isn't quite grown, but it's weird, okay? But this is Shanna's birthday. She's not taller than me yet. She probably won't be. I don't know. Who knows? But she's 13, so she's got a ways to go. I remember when I was 13. I'm trying to think, what was my 13th birthday like? I don't even remember. So what, I was in 8th grade. Oh my god, that was the first day of school that year, I think. And my birthday's August 14th, so I usually had school on my birthday, or like it was like the first week of school. And that's just the worst. Like, ugh. I had like twice, I think, in my life. It was the first day of school, and then it was the second day of school once. And I think it being the second day of school is like the worst thing possible. First day too, because the first day of middle school, like you're just sitting in class and they're like, here's what we're gonna do this year. Here are the class rules. Make sure you bring a folder to class tomorrow. And it's so boring. And oh god. And also, like, no one cares because they all come to school and they're like worried about the first day and no one cares about your birthday. And also, I didn't have any friends. So, like, it was just, yeah, I'm complaining now. But I think first day of school and also like exam days are bad days to have birthdays. I had a friend that had a birthday every year on AP exam days, which is the worst. Like, because AP exams, those are like college level exams that you take in high school because you take them to get college credit. It's a whole thing. But I used to take a lot of AP classes in high school. And one of my friends always had an AP exam on her birthday. And it's like a 3.5 hour long exam. And they're miserable. And she had that on her birthday. Can you imagine? Ugh. Pass. Nope, it's a no from me. So yeah. What about you guys? When's your birthday? Do you have like things going on? And also, my dad's birthday is in January. I think any time of birthday, like around Christmas or like a big holiday like that, kind of sucks too. Because for one, it's like, wow, everyone's celebrating my birthday, haha. But also, they all care more about Christmas than about you, you know? And so that sucks. I have a friend born on the 3rd of July too, which is kind of icky because like the 4th of July is right then. And so people are like, she would have a birthday party and people would be traveling for 4th of July and never be around for it and stuff like that, which also kind of sucks. So like, when's a good time to have a birthday, you know? Let me know in the comments down below. When's the best birthday? You probably think yours. I don't know. Let's talk. Let's chat in the comments. I'm encouraging discussion. This is so lame. I'm sorry. But yeah, what a weird thing to talk about. How did I get on this subject? Either way, happy birthday, Shanna. Sorry you're 13. That kind of sucks, but oh my god, she's a teenager. Oh, that's so weird. I don't like it. My baby sister's a teenager. Oh, I hate that so much. Oh, that's so weird. Guys, I still think of her as being like a baby. Like I remember when she was born and now she's a teenager. It's so weird. I don't like it. She's gonna be in high school soon-ish. Not this year, but next year. God, they grew up so fast. Anyway, I'm struggling with this. Can you tell? Here I am turning 19. I just talked about my own birthday in my last video. I was like, 19 sucks. What a lame birthday. Which it kind of does. I'll talk about it again. 19 is a weird age. Like 18 is a big deal. 19 is just like meh. 17 also just meh. And like 22, meh. Like all these like, because 21's a big deal. 20's kind of meh, but also like 20's a big deal because it's like double decades and whatever. And like I think anything after 21 is kind of meh until you have like 30, Wow, maybe 25 is a big deal. I don't know. I wouldn't know. I'm 19. Not even. Who am I to talk? What do you guys think? I want to know when the worst time to have a birthday is and what the worst birthdays are. I don't mean like work, because like obviously getting old kind of sucks, Which maybe I shouldn't say that. I don't know. But like, what's the worst like year? Maybe don't tell me that actually. I hear a lot about 25 being a bad year. I've heard that before. I don't want to think about that. That scares me. Getting old is scary. 19 isn't even old. Oh my god. Yikes, what am I talking about? Anyway, here's my Tudor house. It's cute, right? Wow, there's an office in this house. I just talked about in a voiceover on Monday. When was that, Monday maybe? Where I was like, I want an office so bad. And this house has an office. They're lucky. I want an office. Guys, mark my words. One of these days, I'm gonna have an office. I keep dreaming about it. I'm like on Pinterest looking at offices. Like, I don't know what's wrong with me. The idea of it is very fascinating to me. Although as of recently, I've been on Pinterest and like furniture websites a lot, just like looking at things because I find it fun to look at like interior design things. And so I follow some like design accounts on Instagram and I go on Pinterest sometimes. I'm not even like a Pinterest kind of person, but I don't even like pin things. I just scroll, which is sort of dumb. Like that defeats the purpose, right? People use Pinterest to like find recipes and I'm just like scrolling past bedrooms. Like, oh wow, look at your pretty fairy lights. Oh wow, look at those nice throw pillows. How weird is that? I mean, to be fair, I do to an extent do some sort of like design work for a living. Not even close to real design, but I build a lot of Sims houses, and so I think a lot about like interiors and stuff, not necessarily real ones obviously because not even close to being the same thing, but I do think a lot about houses. So it makes sense, I guess. But like it's a logical progression, isn't it? To like go from building Sims houses your whole life to being obsessed with like real life interior design. I don't even have a place to design yet. I mean, I've got an apartment that I'm gonna move into soon, but like not quite the same thing. But guys, one of these days I'll have an office and like a really nicely designed place, okay? That's my goal in life. I talked about it before too, but I want a backsplash, an office, and just nice throw pillows, okay? That's all I care about. I wish we could do throw pillows in The Sims. Like, I wish that we had more. I know it's kind of impossible, but to be fair, I wish, like, in The Sims 2, they had this system for picking, like, colors where with a bed you could pick the color of the frame and then pick the color of the mattress separately. And I wish that we had that in The Sims 4, and I also wish we could pick, like, pillows for couches and, like, put throw blankets on things. I don't know how that would work, but I wish there were more options like that. Like in House Flipper, the way that works, it's a game where you can renovate houses. It's really cool. I do videos on it now, so you probably have seen them. But you can, when you pick a couch, you can pick that kind of thing. Usually with the bed, they'll have a bed. It might have like a blanket at the foot of the bed, and it'll have pillows, and it'll have a bed frame and the mattress. And so you can pick the colors of the frame and the bed and the blanket and the pillows separately. And so you can kind of design your own bed. And they don't have many options, but like you can still kind of like mix and match and choose that way. And I wish that The Sims was more like that. Maybe The Sims 5 will be like that. Who knows? But that's my dream, is to have more options to like customize better. Also, kind of just more plain things. Like we have a lot of like really weird patterns, which are great, don't get me wrong, but they're very hard to like make work, you know? Because when you have like a really brightly colored floral print, like you can only do so much with that. But if you gave me like a neutral bed, like a neutral, like kind of maybe like a cream color, I can make that work with anything in a room, you know? So at EA, I want more neutrals. I know they're kind of boring, but please just, I've talked about it before too, but the idea of like a bed pack, like the Sims 4 bedroom stuff, and it's just like a bunch of beds, I would be so okay with that. And like the Sims 4 living room stuff, and it's just like a bunch of couches, I would be so okay with this, like so much more than okay with this. I know it's kind of boring and like wouldn't sell well probably, because like what's the draw to that? That's like a very like a core audience kind of thing, because they make packs like city living that will draw in like people that don't play Sims, because people are like, oh wow, cities, oh wow, seasons, whereas like the Sims 4 bedroom stuff, no one really cares about that much unless you're like super into the Sims, like we are. Like I feel like people like us that watch these Sims build videos are like super into that, but like other people, like normal people, maybe not quite, but like please give me more beds. I could just download CC, but I don't use build CC because I make all this content for you guys to download, so I can't use CC for my builds. I mean, I can, but like I don't want to. So I want EA to make this for me, please. That's all I ask, okay? I mean, I know that you mean well and you're doing things for us already, but like just the Sims 4 bed stuff, okay? I just want beds and couches as well. And maybe like we already had like a kitchen stuff, but it wasn't good enough. I need more counters. Anyway, I should stop. I'm gonna go. Make sure to leave a like and comment and subscribe and do all those fun YouTube things. And in case you guys didn't know, I post new videos every single day. I'm sorry I ranted for so long today. I got excited about a lot of things. But make sure to leave a like and did I already say that? I don't know. Oh god. Okay, bye everybody. That went well. That's not true, it didn't at all. This was a weird one, but I had fun. I felt good getting that idea off my chest, so thank you for listening.